Hello, everybody, and almost good afternoon here. But specifically, I'm going to say it's around morning, noon here. Yeah. So, anyways, we are going to watch this launch, and before that, probably better for me to just do a bit of my proper introduction here. So, so I'll think I'm going to go straight to the point, shall we? Yeah. So hello everybody and good evening from what I'm even saying. I shouldn't actually say it's good evening. Uh yeah, just like I said, it's actually morning, almost afternoon here. What I'm talking about. Okay, but anyhow, I'm going to reintroduce myself again. So hello everybody and good morning slash noon here. Yeah, because it's almost noon, and after that it's going to be afternoon. I'm Daniel Suguwa, your host today for us to watch and witness the launch of the CASC Long March 12 rocket for this flight 7 that will be launching for today. And for this mission, we truly don't know what satellite, what payload that will be launched for today. So this is one thing's for sure, and it's going to be a bit interesting stuff here and there. All right, so we are going to see that, shall we? So do not waste too much time. Let's go straight, head straight to the live, shall we? Okay, so I've already adjusted. Should be good. Okay, so the here is it. This is now at T minus 16 minutes and 26 seconds before the flight of the Long March 12 for this flight 7, and I can say, okay, yeah, and I can say if by now mostly everyone already aware what happened on this on the previous flight for the Long March 7A. Yeah, most of you sure have already known by this one, but in case you don't know, TLDR in the nutshell, what actually happened on the Long March 7A for the flight 17. If I remember, the serial flight is Y26. Yeah, Y26 serial rocket number there, yeah, for the Long March 7A, which actually happens almost a week, not a week, it's already, which actually happens around a week plus ago. Yeah, that one is actually really crazy what actually happened. So maybe I can show to you what happened on the Long March 7A flight 17. Yeah, while we are still waiting. Okay. Okay. So it's okay. Keep watching. I'm going to show to you what happened. Okay. So it's something more like this. Yeah. So it's something more like this. What actually happened on the Long March 7A flight 17 that actually carrying that actually carrying the Zhongxing 4B, aka the China Set 4B. That one is for the communication satellites, but well, since this is China, anything could have been used. It could have been a dual use satellite as well, for both for the civilian and militaries, but whatever. I'm not going to waste too much time. Here is the footage in case you want to check out. So what happened on the Long March 7A flight, sorry, not flight 17, flight 18. What I'm talking about? Okay, so in case you want to know, okay, so what happened from best what we can tell is that on the core stage of the rocket itself, the first stage, if I'm from what I can tell, it actually kinda the engine itself, the YF100K, if I remember correctly, that one supposedly experienced momentarily engine shutdown, just just when it tries to pass through the max Q, the maximum aerodynamic pressure period, okay, and then once that happened, then basically rocket goes sideways. The front literally fell off, aka the interstage between the second stage and the third stage, it detached on the bucket lot pressure there, and then the payload is basically just not only fell down, it's basically were destroyed on this launch. And yeah, the rest of it, the flight termination systems, presume not presumably, it's basically issued by the ground, how do I say, by the range safety officer basically issued it, and the rocket self-destruct fully after that, to ensure that everyone is safe and whatnot. So this is what you can see. I'm going to show it to you. Yeah, you can see this is what happened on the entire whole flight of the Long March 7A flight 18. That's crazy. Yeah, especially if you wanna see this one, if we go look at this one, okay, it looks appear to be pretty normal, but once you see on the top left screen side, okay, that one is zoom in. If you wanna the original unzoom in, that you basically have to look at the bottom left side. You shall see that suddenly, see there, suddenly suddenly the core stage engine, it shuts down just when it tries to reach the period of the max Q. And then when it shuts down, it actually gives the unnecessary pressure to the front stage. And as you can see, this is what happened. The payload itself it's also literally destroyed in this flight. And then for a while, the rocket's just flying by a bit. It's just flying by a bit higher up and here and there. Yeah, but by then it's already gone sideward, before eventually the flight termination system issued by the range safety officer decided that the mission can no longer be done, and the rocket itself even self-destroy. As you can see, this is how it happens in a nutshell. Really, really crazy. So that's basically it in the nutshell, what happened. But well, so far from what I can tell, yes, so far from what I can tell, it appears, apparently it doesn't stop China from trying to go and launch for today. So I don't, so looks like it could also not be all related blanket issues with the YF100 rocket engines, but rather on the specific YF100K only. Maybe, I think that's presumably the reason why they decided to just go and proceed instead with the Long March 12 for this flight 7, and also which is today, and also with the Long March, and also going to be later on around I believe around 8 days from now. Yeah, 8 days from now will be for the flight, for the Long March 5. They will be carrying the Chang'e 7. So this also we will watch as well with the full detail. Yeah, is it because it's 24? Yeah, 8 days from now. So we are going to see that soon. And anyhow, this is what you're looking at right now, the Long March 12 rocket. This is zoom in, and yeah, credits to all of the credits to the Chinese spaceflight communities, especially with them providing multiple angles view, which actually compiled together by the international rocket launches. So thank you so much to all of them, and also IRL as well. So we are able to see how the rocket itself going for this flight as well. So that's a very good sign as well. And we are at T-minus 8 minutes and 50 seconds before the flight, and looking pretty good so far. And rather than And meanwhile, I think I can give you a little bit specific stuff here and there about this launch. Okay, specifically what you're looking right now is from the Wenchang commercial space launch site, the Launch Complex 2 LC2. This one is just this this main commercial launch site is just beside of the governmental main governmental launch site. So basically that's that, and I can show you a little bit. I promise I'm not going to be too long here. Okay, another view there, and this is how the satellite imagery view looks, and this is as latest as we can get for yeah for this one. This one is captured on 26 March 2026. So this is how it looks like. Okay, on top of the already existing launch complex. Okay, this one, if I remember correctly, is the all of the completed main governmental sites there. Launch complex 1, launch complex 2, and then still on the building, still on the progress on the building right now is the launch complex 3 and 4 as well. As you can see, there's also a water tower there to provide some pressure for the water garden sound suppression system there. So when the rockets ignite, it's not going to cause a lot of vibration issue, and also loud sounds, too loud of the sounds that could destroy the launch pad and the rocket itself. So, and also to provide some kinds of dampening barrier as well, to ensure that the environment surrounding it not going to get entire full blast of this supersonic or hypersonic rocket flame there, ejected from the combustion chamber, and also the rocket nozzle there. And also another one, you can see, still on the building side. But yeah, if there's any more update, I shall give, but for now there's not much else we can tell. But anyhow, thank you Space from Space / Harry Stranger for providing this kind of view as well. Okay, via lots of satellites there. This one is the 50 centimeters of the image precision as well, so that's why you can see a bit much more clearer here and there. And we are going back again. Here we go. Still looking at T-minus 5 minutes and 48 seconds before the launch. And we are still going up. Okay, and this is another view there. Okay, this is a zoom in view of the Long March 12, the first stage boosters there. Okay, you can see how it's actually going to view. Okay, and here and there you can see we are at the minus 5 minutes mark. Okay, 300 seconds. What am I talking about? Yeah, correct, it's 300 seconds before the flight. And here you can see on the launch pad itself, it's still going up and good. And I'm not going to explain too much, not need too much explanation, so I can give you a little bit here. This is the Long March 12 rocket. Oh, okay, I think this is already good. Okay, so this is the Long March 12 rocket. This is a two-stage rocket. You can say the configuration is quite similar to the Falcon 9 rocket, but in some ways a little bit different as well, here and there. Okay, but I'm not going to explain too much here. This is Long March 12 rocket. This is a 2 stages rocket, liquid fuel rocket, not a hypergolic version. It uses the Carolox propellant, which is the liquid oxidizer as the liquid oxygen as the oxidizer, and the super refined kerosene, the rocket propellant 1, RP1, as the fuel itself. Okay, and since and both of these stages, since it uses the same thing, it's also no wonder it's going to use the kind of similar rocket engine operation as well. And anyhow, this one is YF100K rocket engines, kind of similar to the w- also similar also the similar rocket engines that also used on the Long March 7 and also recently with the Long March 7A launch as well. Yeah, I mean I'm not 100% sure what's even happening right at that point, but well, it is what it is. And the maximum thrust is around 5,000 kilonewtons, which actually should brings around, if I can read this properly, yeah, apology. It should have been around 500,000 plus kilograms per per force per square force, something like that. Yeah, and that one is clustered together in four, clustered together, and the second stage it's powered by the YF115 rocket engine. Okay, if I remember YF100, yeah, and both of these are actually uses the similar rocket engine operation there. It uses the stage combustion cycle, in case you want to know. Also uses the oxidizer reach as well. This one is YF115, two clustered together on the second stage, and the maximum thrust can bring around 360 kilonewtons, which should translate around 36,000 plus kilograms square force. Okay, and that's basically it. If you and we can also go a little bit much as well. This is why, yeah, the YF100K rocket engines, it's basically looks like this. Okay, so you can see there's some kinds of plumbing, pretty efficient. If you really wanna the best rocket engines efficiency and thrust as well, this is what you're going to use, but pretty complicated to use as well. And the YF 100K and also YF 115. Yeah, YF 115 should have listed here. Let me see. Yeah, and also YF 115 rocket engines, it's basically like this. Yeah, and this is how it looks like. Also a stage combustion cycle. And we're not going to be that long because it's going to launch. And this is how it looks like, the operation of the stage combustion cycle on the second right there. Okay, it has its own dedicated pre-burner chamber to move that turbine in, and then goes to the combustion chamber. The same can be said here, and that's basically it. Okay, T minus 30 seconds. We are getting ready in. Here we go. We are getting ready in. Okay, T minus 20 seconds. Apparently, from what I can hear. Okay, 20 seconds. Okay, that one is 30 seconds. Let me up my volume. Okay, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ignition. And we have liftoff of the Long March 12 rocket for this Flight 7. Liftoff from the Wenchang Commercial Space Launch Site from the Launch Complex 2, LC2. And here we go, we have ignition and liftoff. After this one, there should be, and after that there should be the pitch, yaw and roll command should have been commanded by now. Okay, everything looks pretty good. Here we go. As you can see, this is stage combustion cycle rocket engines. It looks pretty efficient. You can see even from the bloom color there, and also due to the oxidizer rich part, it burns way more cleaner in comparison to the fuel rich combustion, so that's why. And I can say I personally like more on the oxidizer rich side rather than. Okay, and you can see that one should have already reaches to the supersonic. Okay, you can see the con the supersonic con there, and she have already passes through the max Q, maximum aerodynamic pressure, fully exerted on the rocket itself, on the launch vehicle, as it passes by, and you can see the indication from the atmospheric water vapor. Yeah, you can see that. Okay, and it looks pretty good. Here you can see the tracking is still ongoing for this mission. Okay, and as it goes into much thinner and thinner upper layer of the of our Earth's atmosphere, the rocket exhaust plume is going much expanded and much bigger, as there is no atmospheric pressure to keep the rocket's pressure in, and as that actually also happens, it obviously cannot support combustion any of this combustion cycle, which basically only oxidizer itself can supply oxygen to the inside the rocket itself. The liquid oxygen can supplies the burning, the combustion support burning to the fuel itself. So you can see it's still ongoing there, still tracking. T plus 2 minutes and 48 seconds into the flight. Everything looks nominal. Okay, and we are getting ready in for the main engine cutoff, Miko, and then followed by the first stage separation. We'll see that soon, probably. It's still kind of out of view, but we shall might look at that and get ready in for the first stage separation. Okay, the first stage separation should have already occurred, and followed by the pellet fairing separation. Okay, T plus 3 minutes and 35 seconds into the flight for this flight 17. And that's basically it. The missions has already kind of completed by now, at least from this view. Unfortunately, we did not observe any kinds of anomaly, any kinds of the the rapid unscheduled disassembly. No kinds of rocket failure so far. So far, looking pretty good. And this is right now the view surrounding the Wenchang Wenchang site there, you can see. And that's basically it. It's already fallen out of view. Obviously, it's already been partly obscured by the cloud, some kinds of cloud there, but also partly by the atmospheric scattering there, so we no longer can see. But anyhow, this is what you're looking at right now on the launch pad view. Okay, you can see the strong arm there. It has already been released, but I can say the Long March 12 rocket here, especially with its kind of launch pad, it's sort of like reminds me on how this Zenith rocket actually lifted off. It's something like that. If you see on the Zenith, at least Zenith 2F, 3, Zenith 3 SLB, something like that. Yeah, you will see it's kind of remind me on that stuff, but it's basically modernized version of it. Yeah, also one of my favorite rockets, still deep inside my heart, especially with the journey I had like around 10-11 years ago with this rocketry and spaceflight stuff here and there. But yeah, we are still looking at the view. So far, so good. No signs of failure here and there. Okay, so I guess that's pretty much it. Should be good. Okay, by now, T plus 6 minutes, 360 seconds into the flight. Okay. Okay, I don't think we have that much else to say. Okay, so that's it. We've already finished the stream. And thank you, international rocket launchers, and to the Chinese spaceflight community for providing the view. And yes, the next also will be for the Chang'e 7 mission, launching on board the Long March 5 rocket. So we'll see that soon, around a week and a day from now. So be sure and stay tuned uh, to to my channel, and also to your favorite channel selection, another one as well, other than myself, in case I cannot go live. But I'll try my best. If I can go live, I'll go live like that. But it should not possess any kinds of problem for me, so I will try. So anyhow, thank you so much everybody for watching in to this stream. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, it's time for me to do some closing remark, because well, I've already streamed like what? I've already done streaming two streams before, and I've also done with this one, so I can roll in. And since we don't have any kinds of live chat, it's okay. You will also going to watch it on live, right? I mean, watch it on the replay. So thank you so much everybody for watching. I'm Dennis Suguwa, your host today for the launch of the CASC Long March 12 rocket for the Flight 7. Okay, this one will be revealed later on, what satellite it will be and whatnot. I will try update it on the description and also to the comment if there's any official state news from China regarding what kind of satellite they actually launch. But that's basically it. Thank you so much everybody for watching, and take care and stay safe. Right now it's almost 12:19 p.m. here in Sarawak in Borneo. We are 8 hours ahead of the universal time coordinate, and if we include with the British summer time, we are basically 7 hours ahead of them. Okay, this one is due just to give you a little bit of reference point. Okay, we are right now on Sunday, 16 August 2026. So thank you so much everybody for watching. Take care and stay safe. Goodbye, and see you later. And see you soon. And stay safe. Bye bye.